Mic check. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me before I say anything else. I'm on a calm one. I'm hydrated. I'm well trained. Nutrition's on point. Come to speak to the people, like that. Let me know in the chat, man, before we do anything. Can we get a mic check? Because you lot always slacking on this. That's the first thing I ever need to know. Can we get a mic check? Do we sound all good? Then we can head on with the show, man. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Come on. The sick horror Kingsman. Have you changed your name? I think that's what's going on there. But either way, big up to you. Big up Wrestling Guard. Big up Gary, of course. Retracted about 3 messages first. Big up Scooby. Hope you're well. Hope everybody's good, man. Welcome. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, Hugo the Savage. Welcome to the Demon Team. If you're, if you're regular Demon Team member, come on, welcome back. Road 2. Listen. Road 2. Live streams leading up to Wrestlemania. We're going to be doing this weekly. It's going to be probably more than once a week sometimes. I'm going to be doing separate videos away from this as well, so I can go more detailed and in-depth without any distractions, and I can piece things together and stuff like that as well. We're going to be going through the match card, predicted match card leading up to WrestleMania, because obviously, because WWE don't want to do their job properly, we don't have every match cemented yet, but we can kind of gather what's going on, just like we could have a while ago. Which is fine. We can do that. So expect that. I'm gonna go through every match I possibly think is gonna be on that card for WrestleMania, which I'm guessing and gathering is probably gonna be maximum about 14 matches, minimum 11, 10. So we'll see though. We'll see. There's a lot of triple threat matches floating around. A lot of schmoz matches with 4 people. Hope the camera's clear as well, because I put my DSLR on, but previously I just had to update OBS, so hopefully it doesn't freeze. There should be a freeze every 30 minutes, but it will take about 2 seconds to go straight back, but as long as we're clear. I don't want to lose my rag or anything like that. I want to stay composed while we're talking through this. I really want to, talk through what's going on. Of course, Demon Team's here, so I'm going to need, I'll take your input as well. Obviously, there's going to be messaging there where you're just speaking amongst each other as well. So any valid questions, throw them to me. I'll get to that as well. And obviously, if you've got a comment that you want to put in there as well, I'll get to that as well. But when I'm in mid-flow, just expect me not to read the comment too quick, because I'm trying to gather my thoughts. And of course, if you send a super chat, I'm going to have to prioritize. But yeah, man, big up Morris. I see it, man. Yeah. They sent me the media pack and the thingy yesterday. So I seen everyone else find out today, but they give this like embargo thing, and they send you stuff early and then you can't say anything. It's not really a big deal, but it is a big deal for anyone from the Midlands. Monday Night Raw coming live from Birmingham, BP Pulse Arena, formerly known as Gentings. It's a crazy one still. It's 5 months away. I'll just speak to my son about it as well. I'm the thing is with me, and we'll digress very soon, but when it comes to the Monday Night Raw coming to Birmingham, I think it's a great thing. It's exciting, but that's if I take off my deluded WWE hat, because I've been complaining about Raw for so long. So it's a bit of a catch-22. Now, I believe that when I go to that show, because I will go to that show, I'll probably enjoy it, which is not an issue. The issue is that these Monday Night Raws that we get weekly seem to be built as a house show. Like, it seems like if you're there, you'll enjoy yourself, but if you're at home watching it on TV, it will kind of suck. So that's my problem with Raw most of the time. But I'm gonna go try and enjoy myself. I'll take my son. I would like to get good tickets though, but that's another problem with WWE. Their ticket prices have gone through the roof over the last few years, and paying for a good seat in Raw, although in the BP Arena you can't really have a bad seat. But I would like to be closer. It's on TV and stuff like that. I would like to get the hard cam or behind the announce table or something like that. But yeah, the biggest issue is the money with that, and the ticket prices are the prices of holidays. So depending on how I feel at the time will depend on what kind of ticket I get, because if I'm paying some kind of like 400 £400 something to sit in like the fourth row or behind the commentators. If I have to pay that money, and that's me and my son, then I'm probably just gonna pay for a holiday. If I'm honest, I'm probably just gonna pay for a holiday and just pay for a cheap ticket. But yeah, we'll see. But if you're from the Midlands, I think you should definitely go. We never get Monday Night Raw. We never get SmackDown. The last Raw I went to was in London. That was Kane and Undertaker. That was the Wyatt family taking out Kane and Undertaker. That was ages ago. So, yeah, I always hope that the people going and turning up there will be very. I hope it's enjoyable for the people in the arena. So yeah, looking forward to it. Bill, Gary, you good, bro? Could you keep retracting your messages, bro? I don't know if you got something wrong with your. You know, I'm not complaining, by the way. It's just that your first couple of messages were retracted. Now the last two have been as well. So let me know. Bill Scooby said, "Yeah, I was gonna take my boy to the O2 next week. Some serious dollar. Yeah, it's big money, man. It's big moolah, bro. It always puts me in a weird predicament with WWE because they send me like just full transparency. So they don't send me like free tickets and stuff like that. But if I get a press pass, then I go into the press section and so then I get to see it from like a box, which is still not the best seat because I'd rather sit amongst the people. But every time they do that, it's in America. So when I get sent these things, it's kind of a waste of time for me because I'm not flying over to anywhere in the States to go watch Monday Night Raw. I'm just not doing it. You know what I mean? So, for PLE, unless it's WrestleMania or something like that. And then obviously when you get Raw and SmackDown, they're not doing press conferences and stuff like that. So media passes are kind of null and void. You don't really need them. So I just think that the money is a problem because people are so invested and love wrestling so much that they will pay the money. So they don't really care if me or Scooby or Morris or Gary or anyone in the chat won't pay for their tickets, because if us four don't pay, somebody will pay. So that's kind of the catch-22 there. But hopefully with some improvements and videos like what I do and other content creators in the wrestling space, and although some of them, they do just pander a little bit because they want to get little interviews and stuff like that. I'm not really like that. I don't talk about the wrestlers personally. So they shouldn't have an issue with me. And I don't disgrace the company, but I have got harsh words sometimes. But it's because I want the product to be better. And I'm always going to want the best for the fans. So it is what it is. But this new age of fans, and I don't mean young people, I just mean new age of fans, they don't seem to care. They don't seem to care if the product's good. They don't seem to care if Raw or SmackDown's good. They don't care if the PLE is good. They don't care if things make sense. All they want to do is pop and make noise and sing, and pop and make noise and sing. And I get it, because when you're in the stadium, when you're in the arenas, it's hard not to get involved in that kind of stuff. You paid big money to go and have fun. So I do understand that. But then, even if you take the people at home watching, which is more people, because at home there's like 1.2, 1.3 million watching. When the Bloodline were on top, it was like 2 million watching SmackDown. When you go through the ranks and read the comments and all these things, everything is the same. And I implore you lot to do this. I'm not dissing anyone. I'm just letting you know how it is. Go to any Raw video, go to any SmackDown video on YouTube, and just go to the comment section and go there early when the clip's just been cut, and watch. Every comment is the same comment. Oh my God, this is pure cinema. This was pure cinema. Oh, I've always loved this person. I'm talking about, it could be anyone. And I'm not dissing any wrestler, but it could be, I don't want to diss anybody really, but can't say there's a video of Candice LeRae. There's a video of Candice LeRae and she wins a match, or she puts on a decent match. In the comment section will always be, oh my God, she's so amazing. She should be champion. She deserves to be champion. Every video, he deserves to be champion. They deserve to go for the title. I'm like, bro, this can't happen for everyone. You're just saying stuff to say stuff. It's the same on Instagram, because if you say the right thing on Instagram, the person will put you in their story because they're gassed on it. And I'm not saying from the wrestler's point of view, they should be happy to have fans, but I feel like if you love something enough and it's something what's entertaining to you, you probably want to demand the best. I don't do it in an entitled way. I just do it as a fan that loves wrestling. I've invested a lot of time into wrestling. I've invested a lot of time into wrestling and putting a channel together to talk about wrestling and make it my job. I've put a lot of man hours in just watching wrestling. I've stayed up stupid o'clock to watch wrestling, which they don't care about, which is fine, because it's still a choice. So it's not a problem that I just want a good product, is it? And I want things to just make a little bit of sense. And I want people to just stop lying, because I'm actually one of those people who's everything's pure cinema. I don't know how you get Rock and Cody, tour bus and Mama Rhodes, and it's raining and they got fuck that shit, cut the thing. I don't know how you get that cinema, and then some random backstage segment cinema as well. What doesn't make sense. I don't know how you get Kathy Kelly interviewing, I don't know, LA Knight, or interviewing LA Knight, and then somehow he doesn't see the person coming from the right hand side of her, even though he's looking directly at them, and then they get attacked. It's the same thing. I don't know how it's cinema that Triple H puts on a brawl every single week. Every single week, the security guard is getting taken out. Every single week, the 10 security guards with the hair buns are getting mashed up. Every single week, someone has to do a suicide dive. Every single week, we have to have this stupid backstage segment. Every single week, we have to have Adam Pearce rip off his glasses. It's official. Every time we have a contract sign, it's the same shit. They throw the chair out, they throw the table out. It doesn't make any sense. Why would I throw the table and the chair out when I can throw the table and the chair in somebody's face? It doesn't make any sense. We don't need a table spot every time. We don't need a barricade spot every time. We just want some continuity. Sometimes we want a story to continue. Oh, New Day's turned on Big E. That's interesting. They've been together for 10 years. Can anybody tell me what the New Day's doing? No, you can't, because there's nothing. They've just left it now. Nobody cares. It's over with. Oh, Nakamura's Intercontinental Champion, or US you got the US title. He just won off LA Knight for no reason. And LA Knight just won it back for no reason. Oh, there's no interesting story there. Nah, there's no interesting story. Oh, AJ Styles is back. Oh, him and Logan's got a problem with each other. Well, why do him and Logan have a problem with each other? Just because they have a problem with each other. Oh, okay, that makes complete sense. Oh, who's the Women's Intercontinental Champion? I don't know. Is it Lyra Valkyria? Oh yeah, it's Lyra Valkyria. Oh, who's she got a story with? Nobody. Oh, who's the US champion? Chelsea Green. Who's she got a story with? I don't know. Mia Yim maybe. Oh, Mia Yim all the time. Yeah, Mia Yim every time, all the time, constantly. Mia Yim and Chelsea Green, to the point where Chelsea Green defended a US title. To the point she defended a US title yesterday on NXT. Can't defend it against anybody on the main roster, but on NXT, defend the title. I'm just saying, try to demand the best from the product. Hopefully they get a little bit better, and that's the problem now. So in this series, Road 2, as I said, I'm going to break down a lot of these things. And listen, it's all for the love of the sport. So any wrestlers who end up watching, just take it as a positive criticism, maybe. Constructive criticism more. And it's just because us fans can see stuff you can't see sometimes, let's be honest. If you're in the thick of things, pause. You might not see the things that we see, the little details and stuff. Everyone's moaning about Jay botching one suicide dive. They're not looking at the bigger picture of things. It's wrestling. Things happen. People fall. People drop and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Man does 1,000 suicide dives and drops on one. Okay, it's all fun for the day. You know what I mean? So, you get to your comments, and then we'll start going through. I'm gonna just deal with probably the championship matches for this series, and then throughout the week, I'll put together whatever match I think is gonna go together. I'll do a video on that particular thing each week and put how I think that should go. But Bill Gary said the build-up's been poor. Yeah, I agree. Scooby. Okay. Enjoy Raw. Savage Chang will love it. Yeah. He'll. But he's a bit smarter to stuff now. By the time we go to Raw, Chang will be 17, and that is a bit more. You know what I mean? So he's a bit more judgmental of the product himself now. Big up Zen. I didn't know this was happening. Someone filming what's going on. Oh no, nothing drastic. It's just after the Clash at the Castle, they put out the dates and where they're gonna have SmackDown and Raw. So that's what I was talking about. Didn't buy tickets couldn't justify the money. I don't blame you, bro. At least Pierce has stopped saying I need a drink after taking his glasses. Oh yeah, I know. But alright, what I'm gonna do is let me go to the WWE website, and I'm just gonna go to the champions, because I have to go to champions and check who the champions are, simply because none of them seem to be good enough for me to know who the champion is, and it's a bit weird. So, best we better start off with Cody Rhodes, innit? Let's start off with Cody Rhodes and John Cena. I guess we all saw Monday Night Raw. We saw SmackDown the previous time. I don't want to say I told you so when it comes to John Cena and Cody Rhodes, but I told you so. And it's not a eureka moment. It's just I'm glad that I have it recorded so people knew what I was talking about. So, after Elimination Chamber, the day after, I did a Elimination Chamber review of the product. I watched it back, some of it I did a little monologue at the beginning because I was saying to people, like, listen, I want all you to enjoy wrestling how you enjoy it. But just because I don't enjoy something or I'm not as ecstatic as everybody else, don't tell me in my DMs and stuff what I should be happy about, okay? Fair enough. On the 1 hour and 11 minute mark of that stream, we got to speaking about Cody and John Cena, what happened the night before. I said it was great, the way it all transpired, it threw us off, it was a swerve. And then I ended it by saying, I do apologize though, for people that get offended that I'm not as ecstatic as you guys now the dust has settled. Because if anyone sees my reaction, I was very hype about it, I was very excited about it. But the reason why the day after and the dust settled and I, had a bit of sleep and gone gymnasium and done all of that stuff, sat there to myself, said, and in this, and the reason why I just timestamped it, 1 hour and 11 minutes, I said, this is all fun and great. But if John Cena and The Rock are not going to turn up on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, it's pointless. This is the day before Raw, by the way. John Cena turned up this week. I don't know if anyone wants to do fact check in the chat and find out when Elimination Chamber was. John Cena turned up this week. I don't know, the maths is, someone told me the date of Elimination Chamber. I'm pretty sure Elimination Chamber was about 3 weeks ago. So, I said in that stream, the reason why he has to turn up, or The Rock has to turn up, or has to put a video package together, or a video call, or an Instagram post, or a reel, or on the Titantron, or on a satellite, or Michael Cole interviewing somebody, is because momentum. Momentum lead. Okay, March the 1st, thank you very much. So it's 19 days ago. Momentum leading up to WrestleMania. It's needed. It's not even fair on Cody. Now, we know Cody didn't turn up straight away because he had a burst eardrum, he had the black eye and stuff like that. Cody's valid point not to turn up straight away simply because, no, sell the injury, innit? They beat the shit out of you, sell the injury. So that's fine. Not on Cody. I don't even want to be defending Cody because some things Cody does annoys me, but he's a great superstar for what a superstar is. He's a great babyface. He's great with the kids. He sells loads of merch. He's got a great theme song. He's the family man. He's great babyface. Just because I don't like him like that, it's fine because it's a variety show, isn't it? And the fact is, usually, the older you get, people start liking the heels more and the younger people like the baby faces simply because the older you get, you realise that nobody's that clean cut in real life, innit? So you like people with a bit of edge to them. So at the moment, Roman's a babyface, but Roman's the kind of babyface that I like. He's not pandering to people. Cody stays behind the signs every autograph in character and in real life. When I went to the last live show, Cody stayed behind the whole time signing everyone's stuff. So that was the problem I had at the time. And I'm telling you, I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to be so wrong about what was going to transpire. It was terrible. It's been terrible. John Cena literally turned up this Monday since the 1st. And he didn't speak because he didn't speak before that because the only thing he said was the press conference after Elimination Chamber. And the press conference after Elimination Chamber, he just done a mic drop and didn't say any words. The Rock hasn't said a goddamn word since then. He's still posting on Instagram. He's posting on Instagram. He's selling his Papatui tattoo cream, his Terramana tequila, the Rock's donuts, the Rock's burgers. I don't know what he's doing. He's selling everything else. But WWE don't get a post, it don't get a tag, it doesn't get a tweet, bruv. So we got Cody standing in the ring, balls in his hand every week, saying the same dumb shit. So what do you want to talk about? So what do you want to talk about? I think, John Cena, that you shut the fuck, brother. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Let's fast forward to when John Cena did decide to come to work. Okay, he comes to work, he gets in the ring, same attire, everything and like that. I did like the way he explained the attire business. I did like that. Okay, we both know, we all know, not 100%, but we're very sure that the reason why John Cena said, I'm not going to change my theme music, and I'm not going to change the way I dress for you guys. He made it a part of the story, but we know the real reason is because, one, they're trying to sell merch for the rest of John Cena's tour, so putting him in like a plain black t-shirt wouldn't make any sense. Putting him in a t-shirt that said Cena was right wouldn't make any sense. Putting him in a top that says sold my soul to The Rock wouldn't make any sense because it's going to sell less, the kids ain't going to buy it. But he's going to every city, so there's a Belgian version of the John Cena top, there's an LA version, there'll be a London version. So we get it. We get what's happened there. Also, and this is the biggest thing, the reason, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if they tell me I'm wrong, it doesn't matter if they lie about it later on, this has got to be what happened. The reason why we've not seen John Cena in this long, because he never got beat up. And everyone's, John Cena's got a movie to do. John Cena's got a movie. The reason why we've not seen John Cena is because this storyline was last minute. This storyline wasn't meant to happen. This storyline, this wasn't the original plan. I don't know what the original plan was. I don't know if it was going to be Cody or Drew or Seth or Punk. It wasn't going to be John Cena, bro. Because none of it makes sense. And the reason why it doesn't make sense, it would have, first of all, let's get it. All right. The Rock comes out, needs Cody to sell his soul. I want your soul. I wanted a brother. I love The Rock. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. Guys, the promo didn't make any goddamn sense. Coming off the back of what we saw on January 6th for Netflix, The Rock's promo against Cody made no damn sense, bro. It was very P. Diddy-ish. I want your soul. Illuminati. I need you, blood. I need a brother. Okay, you're Samoan. The one thing Samoans don't need is a brother. They've got millions of them. So that's a lie. I need your soul. I need you to be my champion. He is your champion. He is. You told us on January the 6th. You said he's the quarterback of the WWE. You said you want to thank one person. You didn't even thank Roman. You thanked Cody for carrying the company on his back. Cody for being the model professional. Cody for being the model champion. So how did we go from that to Cody, I need your soul? Made no goddamn sense. All right. They know it didn't make no goddamn sense. The reason why they brought The Rock back is because the build-up to Elimination Chamber that was going in to lead up to WrestleMania was rubbish. And because it was rubbish and the views were down, I checked the viewing was down. They were losing like 300,000 people watching every week. Like, ooh, what can we do? Let's get The Rock in. Yeah, but what for? Because he's already made up with Roman. He's already made up with Cody. So what can we do? Well, we'll figure something out in the last minute. Okay, I'm getting an inkling that Cody probably didn't want to turn heel because the run he's on at the moment is like early John Cena, and he's the new John Cena. He's the new Make-A-Wish John Cena guy. So he ain't gonna want to turn heel. Alright, we get it. John Cena ends up doing the deed. But because this wasn't planned, John Cena couldn't plan time off. He was already making a movie. He sold his soul once he won the Elimination Chamber match. Peep what I'm saying to you guys. The Rock and Travis Scott didn't come out and help John Cena win the Elimination Chamber match. He turned after he already had his WrestleMania match. For what reason? You're already an actor. You're already a millionaire. You've already got the most titles in the company. You're already seen as a legend to people. You already sell the most merchandise. Yes, the fans sing John Cena sucks, but it's the same as singing Angle sucks, and it's the same as Angle coming out and saying you suck. You're John Cena, bro. You're one of the most recognizable wrestlers in the world. There's nothing to sell your soul for. There's nothing at this point The Rock could give you, apart from handing you the title. But you messed that up because you won the Elimination Chamber. It would have made more sense for The Rock to come out when there's 2 people left in that elimination chamber, ask one of them to sell their soul, and when they don't, look at John Cena, do the cutthroat thing, John Cena kicks him the ball, pins him, whatever in it. But there's no disqualification anyway, so it would have worked out. Alright, we'll move on from there. So fast forward, we don't see John Cena. Everyone on Twitter and TikTok sees John Cena because now he's in Brussels, he's in Belgium, he's got no hair spot, he's not got no bald spot anymore. Yeah, I get it. He comes out on Raw, and we get the monologue, the 20-minute monologue. I'll be honest, John Cena's monologue was good. It was good. He made a compelling reason to why he's turned on the fans. He made a compelling reason to why, you know, he did all this stuff for them and they don't appreciate it. I don't know what he meant when he said nobody's asked me how I feel. How the fuck are we supposed to ask him how he feels, bro? Like, you're in the ring, like, you're not going to listen to us. They booed me and not... Listen, you can find a compelling story for John Cena to say that the fans don't respect him because we've had John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. They booed John Cena. We had John Cena against Undertaker getting squashed. They cheered that Undertaker squashed him. We had John Cena versus Bray Wyatt again. And the House of Horrors match, they were glad. The last time they cheered John Cena properly was when he went up against Elias at WrestleMania 35. When he was the Thugonomics John Cena because everyone was gassed to see him. When he won the title back in the day, then he had the tall tricep and it was all up in his elbow. And he was I'm gonna have to go away for a bit. Everyone cheered. So there's a valid reason in it. When Roman cooked him, they cheered. Solo beat him up, they cheered. Valid reason. That's not the problem. The problem is that has nothing to do with selling your soul to The Rock. It's almost like the selling your soul thing was for a week or 2 of wrestling, and then they scrapped it leading up to what we just saw, simply because you guys should remember this. When SmackDown was on that week, when Rock was turning up, let's be honest, we found out a day and not 2 days before. 2 days before we found out The Rock was turning up on SmackDown. That's not normally what happens. Normally people buying their tickets know that The Rock's going to be in attendance unless it's a surprise. Oh, The Rock says, I'm going to turn up and cause somebody, I'm going to cause some hell, I'm going to... Okay, and then Triple H like, make sure you watch, guys. I am the gamer, and today, The Rock is going to get someone's soul. Evolution. Alright, we hear it. We hear it. Time to play the game and all that. This is what happens when you lots keep calling Triple H a genius and he's a game changer and it's cinema and oh my god, we got rid of Vince. So it made no goddamn sense. Another reason why I know it was last minute. John Cena on Monday Night Raw. And I got to watch it in real time because it was regular in UK time. I got to watch it for once. He didn't mention The Rock one time. He didn't mention The Rock. He didn't mention Hobbs. He didn't mention Travis Scott. He didn't mention The Rock from Walking Tall, from the Tooth Fairy. He didn't mention the Scorpion King. He didn't mention Young Rock. He didn't mention Dwayne Johnson, Rocky Johnson, Soulman Johnson. He didn't mention The Rock's mom. He didn't mention nobody. He didn't mention the tequila. He didn't mention Fast and Furious. He didn't mention shit about The Rock. But he sold his soul to The Rock. Cody didn't mention The Rock. He didn't mention The Rock at all. He didn't even address the fact that a rapper who has no wrestling training bust your face open. Yeah? You didn't mention it. You know what else you didn't mention? Cody. Brother, I have to get this off. I have to get this off my chest, bro. So, Cody Rhodes came down to the ring in, where was we? Madrid. Brussels, innit? Okay. So John Cena's talking. He says, listen, toxic relationship, I'm breaking up with you. You point at a little fat kid in the crowd, dressed as John Cena. R.I.P. that kid, bruv, car. He's going to be terrored for the rest of his life. But we get it. So he does all of that talk, John Cena. And he says, it's not a goddamn thing anyone can say. Perfect timing. Doo-doo. There's more than one wrestling family. Amazing. Perfect time. Brother, I swear, I don't know why I believe this would happen. I don't know why I believe this would happen. I assumed that when that smoke would come up for Cody's entrance, he was going to sprint to the ring in a nightmare tracksuit. I thought he was going to absolutely tear down the place to get to see him in the nightmare tracksuit. This motherfucker came out to his entrance, to his theme song, with smoke and pyro, a 3-piece suit, the belt in his hand. He did the whole, whoa, walked to the ring slow as he can, slid in the ring, got in there, stood in front of John Cena, he didn't poke him in the shoulder, he didn't slap him in the face, he didn't push him, he didn't kick John Cena in the balls. And the only thing he had a problem with is that John Cena said kid. The only problem he had is that John Cena called him a kid and he said, that's enough! First of all, Cody, you got a lisp. So you talking bad man talk to anyone, not believable. John Cena was just looking in this geezer's face like, brother, I kicked you in the balls and I'm fighting you at WrestleMania. Cody's words for John Cena is, oh yeah, this can't be the John Cena that's turned up at WrestleMania. I need to fight the real John Cena. Shut the fuck, brother, why do you care? Why does Cody care? Bruv, you're not Goku, bro. You don't need to give man a sensu bean and fight John Cena in his full form. You should have beat the shit out of John Cena, or John Cena, when Cody turned his back on him and done a mic drop, should have kicked Cody in the balls again. What are we doing, WWE? Why is it not making any sense? Now we're going to get what we're going to get. We're going to get John Cena versus Cody. Oh, guess what? John Cena and Cody are under the same roof in Bologna next week. Or wherever it is. Yeah, okay. Great. Great. So what they're going to do then? Do the same thing again. Because if they don't do the same thing again and they go to scrap each other, now I'm going to be like, what are you scrapping for? He's been in your face. He wasn't hard to find. John Cena didn't come out. He wasn't hiding from him. Cody didn't wait for John Cena's limo, his private jet, his moped, his bicycle, his BMX. He didn't wait for it. He didn't wait for his Uber, his Lyft. He didn't wait for any of that stuff. He should have been waiting for John Cena to turn up. John Cena was scheduled to turn up in Brussels. You should have been waiting there with a baseball bat for John Cena, brother. Yeah? When John Cena's limo pulls up, you should have opened the nightmare truck and jumped out and beat the shit out of him. What are we doing? So Cody looks weak. We got a weak champion, bro. We got a weak ass champion. It sucks. It sucks. Alright, I spent too much time on that because I wanted to do it in the private video. We're going to move on to the next match, but before we move on to the next match, I'm going to speak to you guys in the chat because you've been waiting patiently. Big up to you guys, man. Big up Scooby says his promo was absolute garbage. Big up Morris said the guy can look good on the mic, good in the ring. The way Hayes can fix this mistake is by having him turn on what? Oh, you're on about Austin Theory. Austin Theory definitely should be pushed, bro. I don't like what they did to him. I think it's ridiculous. There was no need to get Jay to squash him. There was actually no need. It didn't make Jay look good. It didn't make Austin Theory look good. Didn't make anybody look good. But we'll use that next actually to get to the next person. Yep, the FaceTime was last minute. Big up Gary, spot on Savage, Glasgow. Oh, it's in Glasgow, okay. No triple threat match for the women's title. Big up Glow Princess, we'll get to that as well. London, they're gonna brawl. Watch, I said it right now. I know that, bruv. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna brawl. The security guard's gonna get involved. Triple H is gonna tell everyone, make sure you tune in. It's gonna be cinema. And then the Rock's limo's gonna open or something. Oh, great. Whatever. All right. So we covered that champion. Let's go on to the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. I prayed for this one. I prayed for this one to be good. I prayed for this to be great. I'm lying. I didn't pray. I don't pray. But you get my point, innit? I was in hope that this was going to be a good build. I have to tell you guys from now, it doesn't matter what happens in the future. Just for me, they can fix it because they fix worse things than this. But just for me, the stock that I had in Gunther has gone down drastically. How the hell was Gunther's run better as an Intercontinental Champion than it is as a WWE Champion? How was he vicious and nobody wanted to go near him and everyone was worried about fighting him as the Intercontinental Champion? But as the WWE Champion, everyone is just fine fighting Gunther. No one's got... He's scared, like he was scared of Sammy the year before. It doesn't make any sense. And I did a video on this, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Anyone goes on the channel, just go down to the live section, you'll see a picture, and it's got Jay 4 times. And them 4 times, by the way, is not photoshopped. That's every single Raw. So, alright. This is the method to the madness with Gunther and Jay. And you guys, I know you're going to agree with me. We either get the Jay entrance. Oh yeah, tonight, Gunther, you going to see what's going on. Yeet. He's going to walk down, everyone's going to yeet, Michael Cole's going to yeet all over the place, he's going to stand on there, he's going to slap Michael Cole's hand. He's gonna fight somebody. He's gonna win the match. Obviously, Gunther's gonna come from behind. Pause. He's gonna grab him in a sleeper hold. He's gonna choke him out. Or Jay's gonna see him and super kick him, and Gunther's gonna roll out the ring and hold his jaw and go, "Oh my god, he kicked me in the jaw." Brother, there's nothing else to say. That's literally what the build's been. That's literally what the build's been. Jay, Gunther told us a month ago on Raw, Jay, you don't want to choose me. I'm going to make your life a living hell now, leading up to WrestleMania. He hasn't made Jay's life a living hell. Jay doesn't have a neck brace. He doesn't have a sling. He doesn't have a rib bandage. Jay's fine. Jay's fine every week. He hasn't put Jay out of action at all, bro. He hasn't put him out of action at all. He ain't put Jay for a table. He hasn't put him for a trash can. He hasn't hit him with a steel chair. He hasn't thrown him for a car. He hasn't thrown him for the production truck. He hasn't beat him up back. He ain't done anything. He just comes out and chokes him after every match. Or Jay super kicks him after every match. That's it. Like, seriously, like, guys, if you're new to wrestling or you're not focused on the week-to-week stuff, you just watch PLEs, I promise you I would not steer you wrong. That's literally all they do to each other. Yeet. Gunther, I don't want to fight you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, it sucks, bro. I want the best for Jay. Jay got, let's not pretend. Jay got us through lockdown, bro. Jay and Roman, Sasha and Bailey, even Drew, I don't even, you know what I mean? Come on, man. It sucks, brother. Like, it does suck, bro. Now, I'm leading myself to this underwhelming WrestleMania match that Jay's going to win, and it's going to be exciting for the day. And then they'll probably give him some meaty story after that, bro, which is dead. Like, Jay's fandom at the moment, it's not on par with, but it's very similar to Kofi Mania or Daniel Bryan WrestleMania 31. I mean, WrestleMania 30. The difference is, Daniel Bryan with the Yes Movement, there was a story there, things changed, he was going against the whole authority, week in, week out. They were calling him like what was they call him? They used to call him the B+ player. They didn't want him on the front of the video games. Their problem was, we can't have you as our champion, which is, by the way, which is what The Rock kind of said to Cody, but yeah. So that was the problem there. Kofi Mania, Kofi's was very similar. Vince had been holding him back. He had been trying to whatever for 11 years and never got a chance. Vince gave him one last obstacle to go through, which was a gauntlet match. And if you can win the gauntlet match, you can have the title match. And he eventually went through and won it, and then Kofi Mania was incredible. We know what happened after Kofi Mania. Brock Lesnar squashed him, but it's not the point, is it? It was still great. So, with all the love I have for Jay, I worry about his title run. And I worry even more for Gunther, because that means back-to-back WrestleManias. If Gunther loses this match, he would have lost to Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. I'm sure all the fans in this chat at one point was thinking, surely Gunther's going to make his way up to the big leagues and that, which he's got the belt at the moment. But now they're not treating him like he's the big league. Gunther was unbeaten on NXT UK, and NXT is the longest reigning champion. Longest reigning Intercontinental champion. Comes to the main roster, couple Damian Priest matches. When he's got the title, that's kind of it. His Intercontinental title run is way better. It doesn't matter what happens from this moment on. His Intercontinental title run is way better. But hey, what do I know in it? I'm just a fan. Finn kick out the Judgment Day next Monday. Yeah, you can see that's coming on the horizon still. I hope it's not Aleister Black who they put in that Judgment Day. It's been worse to build. Yep. Not shit on Jay, but I'm not doing what Twitter is doing because I actually like Jay. But damn. Exactly. I agree. I'm still waiting for Jay to unleash the beast he mentioned last week. The week before Jay's mellow. Yeah, I agree. Like, Morris, the reason why you've got such an issue with it, and the reason why I have an issue with it, and the reason why people who are fans of Jay have an issue with it. We've seen Dark Jay. I've got the hoodie. I'm going to get him, Jay. You remember that? Jay, when every time Roman had a problem, I'm going to get him. And he would just take care of Roman's problems. Now, he wasn't winning the matches, but he was Roman's pitbull, bro. More than Jimmy. Any problem Roman had, Jay's there, bro. Roman's in a match, Jay's there. Roman's backstage, Jay's there. That was his thing. So all we need to do is match that energy. pull it into a babyface, Jay, and run it. You can't yeet every week, bro. Like, Gunther choking you out week in, week out means that one of the weeks when you come out, you need to just go after Gunther, bro. Black hoodie, H&M hoodie, like the rest of the Samoans, and go after him. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's a bit of a shambles, man. You know who'll win back the title? What happened with when Jay had the Intercontinental title? How long did he have it for? A week and a half, 2 weeks. He won it. Bron Breakker shook his hand. And then 2 weeks later, the Bloodline came out, the Bloodline 2.0, and lost him the title. Or was it Jimmy who lost him the title? Somebody lost him the title. Anyway, that's what happened, and it sucks. Sucks, bro. It sucks. One more thing on Gunther as well, because the reason why I believe they're ruining him. Now, this is not against the person he fought, because I love Axiom, bro. I love Axiom. WWE. I understand why in Saudi you do these things, because Saudi paid the big money. So when you get to Saudi, put somebody in the ring against our local talent, our local hero, whether it's an Olympian or a kickboxer or something. But when they did that with Mustafa Ali, it was great. It was worked out perfect. Brother. We don't need to, every time you go to a city, bring out the local person. Because who's you going to bring? You know, this is what's going to happen. Monday Night Raw, after Clash at the Castle, they're going to put Pete Dunne against somebody. Just hear me out. They're going to put, Pete's my guy as well. That's my homie, bro. They're going to put Pete Dunne against somebody, bro. Just because. And then when we get to Clash at the Castle, they're going to put Thierry Henry versus somebody. And then when we get to Scotland, they're going to bring Andy Murray out to fight somebody. They literally brought Axiom out because he's from Spain, bro. You might as well brought out Raul, bro. Xabi Alonso, Iniesta. What? We don't need that. Axiom is a great. Axiom is one of the. Axiom and Frey, they're one of the best tag teams around. Cold, just fought the Hardy Boys. But going against Gunther and the size difference, he should have battered him. In fact, you see what Jay did to Austin Theory is what Gunther should have did to Axiom, bro. Yeah, Mansoor blood. My bad. It sounds a bit racist now. But there's a valid reason for it, because Mustafa Ali, even though he's not he's not Saudi, he was getting the gassed up thing backstage as well, innit? I remember, bro. Like, he was gassed to be there because they had that thing when he was outside the stadium. So, yeah. I didn't know Axiom was from Spain. Axiom's from Madrid. He used to play for Real Madrid. He used to play for Real Madrid and Barca. He was in the academy. Because he's the first wrestler to come out of Spain, isn't he? I remember that because he fought Gunther in NXT UK, I think he fought Gunther in NXT UK. But this ain't NXT UK anymore. Gunther should have killed him, and now Gunther looks weak as shit because anyone who watched the match between Gunther and Axiom, brother, Axiom beat him up. People, please tell me anyone who didn't watch it. I'm not lying, bro. When we're talking about 50-50 matches, this was like 60-40 to Axiom, and then Gunther just got the win at the end. He battered him. Intolerable still. Yeah, it's been tolerable. I love Jay in it, so I'm always gonna give him an extra blind on that, but I can't just not call out dumb shit, bro, and it's stupid. And they're doing Jay dirty, because I know that, you know, creative isn't all down to the wrestlers, but they need to speak up, bro, because it's making them look weak. And at the moment, like, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. Let's move on from there anyway. Let's go Io Sky. Io Sky. All right, man. WWE Champion, WWE Women's Champion, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. All right. There's not too much to say on this because we spoke about it leading up to Io winning that title. We spoke about it at the end of Elimination Chamber where, you know, Rhea came out and then Io got in between them. Brother, get Rhea Ripley out of this picture, bro. Let's get her out of the picture, bro. I don't care if Rhea wins the title back in the future, but for WrestleMania, get her out of this picture, bro. This is screaming of, we don't know what to do with Rhea, so let's put her in a triple threat match. Now, what transpired the last two, SmackDown and Raw, I think it was. You know what I mean? They got in the ring, and then there's arguing with each other, then Io got in the ring, and then both of them pushed Io in the face, and then she slapped them both. This week, contract signing, the exact same thing happened. This time, Rhea Ripley ended up leaving on top because Mom is always on top. Which means on SmackDown or Raw, the next one, Bianca Belair's going to be on top. You don't believe me? That's the method. Io's had been on top 1 week. Rhea was on top last week. Bianca's on top the next time. Now, again, this isn't about not liking Rhea Ripley or anything like that. It's pointless, man. It's stupid. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Rhea's mad because Bianca was at ringside and she got distracted by Bianca not doing anything and she lost. Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to be pissed off, but why do you think you're involved in a match? Why do you think you should be part of the WrestleMania match? You shouldn't be. And also, you've made it worse for yourself because on that Raw, you lost the title. On the backstage segment when she was with Kathy Kelly, she said she blames herself and she doesn't blame Bianca anymore. She said, I just thought that Bianca was my friend, but maybe it's my problem. And now all of a sudden she's angry again. It doesn't make any sense. Now, don't get me wrong, Rhea Ripley doesn't put herself in these matches, does she? So whoever, Triple H, who's putting her in these stupid segments, sort it out. You couldn't build a compelling story for Rhea to fight somebody else, so she just has to go for a title. It's stupid. It's very stupid. And if you're gonna get her as part of a match at WrestleMania and you want to put her in this triple threat match, then she has to force her way in there by doing something compelling that says Io's like, I want to fight. Because at the moment, it's unfair on Bianca, isn't it? It's unfair on Bianca because she won. She won the elimination in what she was supposed to do. So why do you get to just insert yourself in a match? Remember, we don't do replays anymore. It doesn't make any sense. The biggest problem of this, it's not the biggest problem, but we're going to have the same problem with another match as well. I'm probably not going to cover that match, so I'm just going to say, the same problem I'm about to say is the same problem we have with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. There's 3 baby faces in this match. So, Rhea, she took the contract and signed it. Well, you didn't help her out by Michael Cole saying that contract's not legally binding and Adam Pearce backstage saying that contract's not legally binding and taking it doesn't help her. Because now the story's not, she signed the contract so she's going to be a part of the match. She's not. So it doesn't make any goddamn sense. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And having 3 baby faces, which the fans don't know who to cheer, so they're just going to cheer everyone, doesn't give a positive outlook to this match. We're just going to get loads of you deserve it chants and fight forever chants. And they'll probably do some cool stuff. Of course they're going to do some cool stuff. Rhea Ripley's a powerhouse. Io's really good in the ring. Bianca's great athletically and stuff. So, pointless. It means to me that you're not taking stuff serious. It's ruining the prestige of the Elimination Chamber. You might as well not have the Elimination Chamber anymore. Because Bianca went through all of that turmoil to beat however many other women, 5 other women. Just to like, yeah, don't worry, Rhea's going to be in that match anyway. She lost fair and square. Bianca didn't even get involved in the match. She didn't pull the referee's leg. She didn't do anything. It's very silly. And now I don't know where to go with it. Obviously, getting close to the time, we'll do predictions and stuff like that. But the only outcome I'm thinking is like, Bianca has a WrestleMania streak going at the moment, so they could feed into that, although it's early, so it's not so much a streak, she just hasn't lost. But realistically, even though I don't want Io to be champion, you might as well keep her as champion. You might as well. Because otherwise you just made her champion for no reason. And this whole build-up of her winning the title was just to get Rhea Ripley in the match. It's crazy. Rhea did the same shit that John Cena did a few years ago. Agreed. Gloria Ripley's who booking is Rhea Ripley's whose booking is the problem. I don't know what that means. In my opinion, all we need was Rhea versus Bianca and 1-for-1 at Wrestlemania without Io. I agree. She got no challenges. I know. Io will retain the belt. Rhea Ripley, she's dragging. Glow, I don't know what you put there, so I'm not reading that comment because it just looks like you repeated yourself loads of times. But Rhea Ripley, she's the problem with the women's division. I don't think Rhea Ripley's a problem. She definitely pays her dues and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather watch Liv Morgan, but yeah, the smash match thing. Moving on from there. Big up Morris said, I hope Roman, Seth, and Punk isn't going to be a regular triple threat match. You know it's going to be a regular triple threat because a regular triple threat match is already no disqualification. So there's no money in the bank to put on the line. They can't do a contract on a pole because that isn't money in the bank. Making it a TLC would be cool, but whatever. There's no title on the line. There's no number one contendership on the line. Like, if, for example, if they did that match on night 1 and the winner of that match got to main event WrestleMania night 2 and join the triple threat match there, even though I don't want 2 triple threat matches, that makes a lot more sense. And obviously I want Roman to win, but for storyline purposes, CM Punk winning the triple threat match on night 1 and then getting put in on night 2 because Paul Heyman cashed in the favor and said, listen, the favor is this match is the number 1 contenders match. Roman can then think, oh, Paul's did this for me. Punk's going to think, Paul's did this for me. Seth ain't going to think anything. Then that person enters himself in the match on night 2. And then obviously CM Punk wins. John Cena doesn't win. And Cody doesn't win. CM Punk wins. And CM Punk finally gets to main event WrestleMania. Because I don't know if people are understanding the CM Punk thing. This story don't make sense because CM Punk wants the main event WrestleMania. His dream isn't just to go to WrestleMania. He's been at WrestleMania before. It's the main event. Let's give us the first ever triple threat Hell in a Cell. Yeah, bro, let's be honest. Morris, I agree, but these Hell in a Cell matches nowadays are shit, bro. They're rubbish. They don't climb up the cell. They don't powerbomb anyone through the cell. Nobody goes through the cage anymore. It's just dead. It's just dead. Rhea Ripley don't need the title back. She doesn't. But yeah, moving on from there. It's been here a while already. Okay, this one's not going to take a long time, and to be fair to me, I said this as soon as Charlotte came back, and you guys know this. You know she's my favorite, but I said this as soon as Charlotte came back. I said all of this. They're both blonde and they both got boobs, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, this build is terrible, and I knew it was going to be terrible. Now, the grace I'm going to give these two women in Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, the grace I'm going to give them is there doesn't need to be a great story simply because Charlotte just won the Royal Rumble in it. She won the Royal Rumble, so naturally she's going to pick a champion to fight. That's it. What the story should have been is, why did Charlotte pick Tiffany? And then it should be simple. If you're not going to do the blonde hair and boobs thing, you just say, all right, well, the reason why I picked Tiffany is because she thinks she's me. She thinks she's athletic like me. And then Tiffany's argument is, no, I don't think I'm you. I don't want to be like you. I'm going to be better than you. And I'm better than you anyway. And also, you want to be me? You're jealous that I'm the young up and coming one. You're jealous that I was you 8 years ago, 9 years ago. That's what you're jealous of. You're jealous that I'm taking your spot. You're jealous that the fans boo you and they tiffy time me. It's tiffy time! Because we know about them dead promos. It's tiffy time! So, yeah, trash. It's trash. The build-up's trash. The match might be good. Good. Can't see it being great, but it's going to be good. But the build-up's trash. It doesn't matter how much I like Charlotte. It doesn't matter how much I like Tiffany Stratton. I'm just here to tell the truth. Brother, Tiffany can't... Gary, come on, you got to be realistic, bro. Tiffany squashing Charlotte Flair makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. She's got the most women's titles, bro. She's elite. Like, her beating her, fair enough. Tiffany probably should get the win, to be honest. Tiffany should get the win. 100%. But are you guys not worried? Forget Charlotte for a minute. Alright, forget being tampon boys about it. And you don't like Charlotte. I'm being deadly serious here. I'm the Charlotte fan and I'm telling you Charlotte should lose. But how she loses and what happens next, are you not worried about that? Are you not worried about like Tiffany being the champion after? Because she's not good, bro. Remember, you got to remember something. She's already champion. So Morris, you're right. It's about building new stars. I agree. But she's already the champion. And I'm going to ask you, bro. I'm being deadly serious. Don't lie because you don't like Charlotte. Has Tiffany been a good champion so far? And I'll answer for you, no. Has her promos been good so far? No. Is she good in the ring? Yes. Does she look great? Yes. So, definitely I agree she needs to win. Definitely I agree it's about putting over new stars. Because in the next 3 to 4 years, remember, Charlotte doesn't have a baby, so in the next 3 to 4 years, I'm expecting these kind of people to move on and have babies and do whatever and stuff like that. No, I'm not being sexist or anything, but men can't have babies, can they? So, yeah, I'm saying. Becky's already got a baby, she's doing her thing, and I'm just saying, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I have enough experience, and so do you guys, of watching these great stories or great matches, and then after, the person crashes and burns. I'll just worry about Tiffany in that segment. But maybe she gets better. I don't know. Maybe she's putting in work. Maybe her boyfriend can help her. You know what I mean? Kaiser's really good. Kaiser's character's really good. He's really good on the mic. He has some kind of charisma. He has a character to him. He's a pompous. So I'm saying, like, let's guys, we know the truth in it. Tiffany should be a heel. I know the reason why she's not, because the fans love her, but she should be a heel because she's great in the ring and everything looks perfect. She's better than you, and that's what her boyfriend's. That's what Kaiser's whole thing is, brother. Have you seen when he comes out and he doesn't want the fans to touch him? I'm above you, lot, bro. Don't touch me. I'm on the way to the ring, blood. I'm an aristocrat, bro. You know what I mean? Don't touch me, bro. That's what Tiffany should be doing. I'm better than you, lot. Don't touch me, you sleazeballs and that, bro. You get me? Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie. You should take a bit of that Lacey Evans stuff, what she used to do. You know, when she used to do the thing with the nasties, when Lacey Evans was good at the beginning. And she used to throw the... Yeah, man. She should be a heel, bro. Guys, listen. We know that, like... Just quote-unquote sexy girls are always heels, innit? And I don't mean, like, that means that the babyface girls don't look good. I mean, the ones who are quote-unquote sexy and not just pretty... They're always heels because girls don't like them, bro. Bro, WWE, fuck this bullshit, bro. Give me the job, man. I'll do it from my desk. Write the script every week, send it to me, and I'll just let me oversee it, bro. It's so obvious, bro. It's so obvious. Yeah, they finally had a brawl. The brawl was trash. You know, brother. Okay, there's a spectacle. Tiffany done the little swanton bomb thing off the thing, bro. She missed Charlotte every time. Both times, nowhere near Charlotte. So she just took out... Realistically, she took out 2 security guards, but 17 of them fell on the floor, which is not her fault. It happens every year. Undertaker dies, Roman dives, blah, blah, blah. Take out 1 security guard, but 5 of them fall like Skittles. Get out of here, man. Like, and it wasn't even believable. At that point, I swear to you, this is what I hate what the wrestlers do. And I know it's not all their fault. If somebody dives and they land nowhere near me, I'm using that as part of this thing, what's going on. I'm just standing out the way. I'm doing the Samoa Joe thing. I'm just moving out the way and battering them because you missed. Madness. Maybe at Backlash if they really want to run it back, but she can't lose the first go-around. No, she has to win. Gary said he's worried. Yeah, should be. Big up Scooby said, I quit match. Tiffany makes Charlotte quit from a new submission. That's a good story. Her making her quit. She was trying to kick Trish out the ring on a slide. I thought that was hilarious. She brushed her out like she was crap off her shoe, bro. Yeah, I don't know how she kept missing Charlotte. It was appalling. Maybe just jet lag. Hey, man, make all the excuses you want, bro. She was nowhere near her, bro. Like, it was kind of easy. Charlotte's the one in the bright colours, and every other security guard's in black. So just dive in that direction, innit? But it's fine, because guess what? I can't do it. So let me not be too harsh when people botch moves, when she does that, or when Jay falls and that. It's, you know what I mean? Sometimes you see it's funny, but I can't do that. So I'm not going to get onto them for it. Now, if we're talking about that women's war game match, that should be buried in the archives, bro. That should never be seen again. But anyway, moving on from there. Bron Breakker. Okay, we'll make this quick because this one just got a bit of a build-up just now. Bron Breakker, he beats Finn Balor. Really good match, by the way. Still disgusted what they've done with Finn, but alright. But I'm guessing if Finn, he lost that match, he's going to get kicked out of the Judgment Day probably. Hopefully we can go back to the old Finn, give him some edge about him, go from there. Or maybe him and JD end up being a tag team together, because I don't think JD's going to go back to that group without Finn. Yeah, Irish connection and that, bro. some kind of group, you know them way there, bro. Bron Breakker wins that match. Penta saw him before the match, and then he saw him after the match and got in the ring, and they stared face to face. I'll be honest, I love Penta, I love Braun Breaker, but there ain't no way that is how Raw should have finished, bro. Surely Raw should have finished with the John Cena and Cody thing. Disgusting. But no story here, just a match. It's just gonna be a match, innit? Which sucks because it feels like Penta shouldn't be losing, but it also feels like Braun Breaker shouldn't be losing. But because he's lost a couple times already, kind of doesn't even make a difference at this point. So, yeah, whatever, innit? You know what I mean? Just, yeah, Penta and Braun. Yay. In fact, the way WWE makes stuff, by the time we get to WrestleMania, this match probably would have already happened on Raw or SmackDown or something like that. So, whatever. Moving on. LA Knight, again, he just won the title back. It's no story there. Him winning the title off Logan Paul is the only story that's been in that US title the whole time, because after that, he lost it for no reason. He won it back for no reason. Whatever. Yeah, Morris, I'm hearing that Sheamus thing still. Put all the Irish people together, fuck it, bro. They do it with black people anyway. They might as well do it with everybody else. You know what I mean? Put the Japanese people together, put the Irish people together, put the black people together. Just run it. Fine. No one has any interest because it's not a build-up. Like, and also, I love Penta and that, but does it make sense that Penta after a match says, I want to go for the Intercontinental title? Why would he just not say, I want to go for the world title? Why would he just pick the Intercontinental title? But alright, we get it. Stepping stones and that. This match just says to me, it's going to be a really good match. Not great, because their styles doesn't make a good fight. And then, yeah, we're going to move on. Which is kind of sad, because the Intercontinental title had so much prestige to it. Then we lost it. Remember when we went through that weird phase where, like, who was it? Nakamura and Cesaro and Sami Zayn were all sharing the same belt, some weird stuff like that. Then we got it back when Gunther won it. And then Sami won it off Gunther. I don't know, bro. It's trash, but yeah, it's not even... This one's even worse. And I don't want to disrespect the girl at all. I really like her. I like her even more when you know what I mean, when they're a bit more personable, and when we saw on the Celtic Warrior workouts and stuff. I feel like the wrestlers, that's the new wave now. Nowadays, yeah, and I think nowadays the way to get over is to maybe do something with your character online. So I hear it. Yeah, I know the thing about Nakamura's brother. I mentioned it before, but he doesn't have to. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be a dickhead in that, but because wrestling, nobody wants to do kayfabe anymore. Nakamura posted the thing on his Instagram. At this point, WWE should just they should just they literally should just do the thing where it's like, back in the day, I don't know if you guys even know this in it or anyone remembers, but they used to have like a 30-day policy in it. So like, if you didn't defend your title within 30 days, you'd lose your title in it. You'd get relinquished in that. If you're not gonna do the kayfabe thing, just tell us in it. Just do the Michael Cole thing. Nakamura has had a family problems and stuff like that, and he won't be able to defend the title. So leading up to WrestleMania, we're gonna blah 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 blah. No, what instead they've done in the beginning was do this number one contender stuff. Just have a number one at this, because it's that title and nobody's treating it properly. You might as well have just had some number one contenders match, and then if Nakamura's back, he can come and defend it. If not, number one contenders match. But whatever. Anyway, Lyra Valkyria is the person I was talking about, Intercontinental Champion. Nobody even remembers. Nobody notices. Nothing's happened so far. Nothing noticeable's happened at all. I don't even think she's even spoke about being the champion one time. I don't think she's ever expressed how happy she is to be the champion, how she's going to fight everyone every week. Nothing. And it hurts me more because I was the one who's online championing the women's single. Like, I've always championed the mid-card title. Remember, the thing I said was it should have been one title and it should have been able to be defended on every brand, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Now, they listened to me in some way because Chelsea was defending that on NXT yesterday. But, Jesus, man. This belt feels like not one bit important. Not one bit important. And yeah, Scooby, they used to have rankings, which they should bring back. So yeah, Morris, I agree with you 100%. Raquel should win. Seriously. I'm actually, now that Raquel's settled down a little bit and she doesn't have to have time off because of her skin and things like that, I actually like her a lot more now. She's seeming to be a bit more personable, speaking a little bit more. Them little backstage segments, even though they're crap with the Judgment Day, she shines through on some of them, so I like it. But yeah, Raquel. Next one, spoke about her just. She defended her title last night on NXT. Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's great, but let's be honest, man. Like, of the matches I've just mentioned, nobody cares for WrestleMania because there's no compelling stories. If there's no compelling stories and the person's not elite in the ring, it's really pointless. So that's another one what's had a rubbish build up to WrestleMania. I'm definitely not going to mention the Speed Champion. Did you not even know that Candice LeRae was the Speed Champion? Probably not, innit? Yeah, of course, nothing to take away from Lyra. She's a G, but no character there. And then this one, this was killing me because I didn't even remember that these were champions. Obviously, this is on Raw, but the War Raiders. The War Raiders, blood. Brother, enough said, innit? Enough said, because there's two sets of tag team champions. We're going to get onto the next ones in a minute, but this one's even less relevant. And because there's two nights of WrestleMania, they're rather going to... Last year, they did all the titles on the line on one match, in it, the tag team titles. If I'm correct, was that not R-Truth and The Miz one, and then A-Town Down Under won the other ones? Or am I wrong? Was that the year before? I think it was last year. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about the War Raiders. Just give it to the New Day and stop messing around, man. And let them do something with it. Street Profits. Street Profits is a little bit more interesting because they just won the titles. And tag team championships don't need to have... They don't need to have compelling storylines because it's never really been like that. The storyline used to be just about who's better. But at least the Street Profit can speak on the mic. They're not going to lose their title but going into WrestleMania. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But there's not too much to talk about with that one. And then finally, the Women's Tag Team Champions, which me and Morris spoke about Raquel. I actually like these two as champions. I like these two in general. And I love Liv Morgan. I think, for me, when we're talking about women who have improved, she's the one in it. And I think she's established herself as a top star now. Obviously, the problem I got in the women's division is most women are around the same height, and then there's a couple who are like Raquel and Rhea and stuff like that. So sometimes it doesn't look believable that these people are going to win. But I think if Raquel wins the Intercontinental title, then by the time we get to WrestleMania, maybe there could be a bit of a shake-up in that tag team. If Liv starts to get a bit jealous or something like that. It's a title that she hasn't won. So who knows, man. But I do like these two. Surely, if they'd done it correctly, you'd end up with Naomi and Bianca ending up in another... You know what I'm saying? Do something around that story where maybe Jade and Bianca go for that title and then Naomi attacks them both because of all that business. Probably the way to go, innit? Probably. But we won't. But I do like them as champions. So just before I get out of here, I'm just going to run through all these matches again, and I'm just going to say whether the build's rubbish or not. And I'm not being biased in it. So I want you guys in the chat to join with me as well. I'm going to mention the match or whoever, and I just want you to put in the chat great or rubbish, bro. Yeah, that's simple. That's all I want you to do. In fact, if it's great, nah, because I love both. I was about to say something else then. It's not even a point to doing that, bro. Just put if it's great or not, alright? Simple as. Alright, let's go. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. That's what I'm saying. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Gas or trash? I wanna put a bit of belief in this one because the likelihood is that The Rock will turn up before Mania and something will happen. But at the moment, trash. At the moment, there's no point me pretending When it gets good, I'll tell you if it's good. But at the moment, the build is trash. So it's trash. Simply because John Cena's turned up once and The Rock ain't turned up at all. So I'm going to put trash. Okay, Gary and Scooby both gone great. Fair enough. Gunther versus Jey Uso. Trash. Morris always has to be extra in it. I said put trash or great, and he puts mid. Brother. And mid's a rubbish word, by the way, bro. It's meaty, bro. Mid. Anyway. Trash or gas, man? Listen. Gunther and Jay is trash, bro. It's trash, bro. I tried to be the good guy about it. But it's trash. You guys have to remember as well, we're talking about the build-up to it. We're not talking about the actual match, because we don't know, innit? But the build-up, trash. Yeah, because these men just getting choked out every week with Yeet and Yeet. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Gas or trash? It's trash, bro. It's trash, bro. Honest answers only, of course. But again, we're talking about the build, not the actual match, because I can't predict the future, can I? Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte. Again, the build, not the match. Because these two on paper should be able to put on a great match. It's trash, blood. It's trash. Yep. Trash, 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 trash. And any other given day, this would look like somebody spamming the chat, but, bro. Morris, at this point, I'm just going to ignore what you're saying, bro, because, brother, just gas or trash, bro. But the whole point is that we're not talking about potential, we're talking about up until now, is it gas or trash? Because talking about potential, everything's got potential to be great if they fix it with the 4 weeks they've got left. But it's only 4 weeks, 5 weeks till Mania. All of these matches that we're talking about should be set in stone, bruv. Bron Breakker, and at the moment, in this build, Penta. Trash. Also, you know, back in the day, wrestlers couldn't just ask, you couldn't just get a match. People make matches themselves now, and then they go to Adam Pearce. Every week, Dominic's coming out of the clubhouse talking about, yeah, I've got you a match, just randomly. Crazy. Okay, they're trash it again. LA Knight versus nobody seems so. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys on this one. I have no idea. Like, I don't know what to do. But at the moment, trash, because there's nothing. There should be a build-up, so. Yeah, trash. Brother, Gary, you need to. I'd love to know how you got gas out of Penta and Bron when all they've done is looked at each other. No, Morris, you're not getting the point. Thank you very much. All of you that I was saying is too early and all this stuff just happened. You're proving my point. Why are we getting builds to WrestleMania matches with 4 weeks to go? Why? Don't get me wrong. Why a match is not penned in? Fair enough. Why are we not getting builds to WrestleMania matches with just 4 weeks to go? Not to mention, these that are in the UK for the next couple of weeks. It's trash, bruv. Thank you very much. Thank you, Demon Team. You proved my exact point. You've proved my exact point, bro. Right now, our predictions for matches going ahead at WrestleMania should be based on great stories. And oh my God, I can't wait. I think they're going to do this. At the moment, we just predict these matches based on, it's very obvious. That's what, everything's based on being very obvious. Ooh, Bron Breakker and Penta looked at each other. Match. Ooh, Rhea Ripley's hovering around. Triple threat match. We all knew that Roman was going to come out on Raw, so they were going to get a match. Great. Ooh, Damien Priest versus McIntyre. Oh, just there's nowhere else. Yeah, all right, they're going to have a match. Brother, like, that's what's going on. That's why it sucks. Okay, I don't even want to spend too much time on this one. Lyra Valkyria. Not the woman, the build. Trash, innit? Alright, trash. We know. Chelsea Green. Well, listen, I love Chelsea Green, but unless she's gonna... At the moment, I'll predict that she's gonna fight Mia Yim somehow, some way, in the 19th match of the year, bruv. Somehow they'll fight it somewhere in a Falls Count Anywhere grass match or AstroTurf match. So, trash. War Raiders versus who? I don't know. I don't know who War Raiders are even fighting. Who's War Raiders got a story with? Trash. Street Profits just won the titles. The most leeway I can give them is they've kind of been in a thing with Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. So, trash. I've seen them fight for the last 5 weeks, bruv. In every combination of DIY and Motor City Machine Guns I've seen in the last 5 weeks, bruv. Him versus him versus him versus him with the ref, him versus him with no ref, him versus him backstage. He used to be his friend, but his friend, this geezer jumped in and, bruv, I've seen every combination, brother. Trash. Oh, you mean like the match that we had last year? Brilliant. Hey, everyone, I've done. Let's give the Triple H era a round of applause, because this is Triple H. This is long-term storybooking. I love it. You've been telling this story since WrestleMania 40. Brother, last year we had the ladder match. Now we're just going to run the ladder match, man. Triple H, you're beautiful. That's beautiful. Same story, same everything. Just run it back. In fact, put the Street Profits and the War Raiders in the same match. Put the belts above the ring again and get all the tag teams. I'm talking about LWO, Joaquin Phoenix and Fat Dog Mendoza. I'm talking about Ray Phoenix and Ray Jr. and Ray Romano. Put them all together. That's fine as well. I'm talking NWO, LWO. Put them together. I'm talking about New Day, Old Day, Today, Yesterday. Put them in the match too. A-Town up, A-Town down, A-Town sideways, A-Town down under, A-Town upways. Put them in the match as well. Because why not? Might as well. And while you're there, put the Hardy Boys in there as well, because they're on TNA, might as well. And then put Axiom and Fraxium in there, put them in the match as well. And let's just have, for the first time, a 20 tag team brawl in it. Let's just do the 12-man ladder match. Fuck it, because Triple H's life and it's cinematic. You know them way there. You know them way there. Cinematic H-blood. Triple H a lot. I am the gamer. Triple H, cerebral assassin evolution. Brother, I love Triple H, bro. Hall of Fame Triple H, bro. But guess what? Paul Levesque. You ain't going into that Hall of Fame as no chief of creator. You ain't going into that Hall of Fame as the great storyteller Triple H. You're going in there as the cerebral assassin. You're going in there as the game. You brother, you ain't going in there, bro. Yeah. Scooby, my guy, go get the mayor of Knoxville and go and get the one from the Dead Man podcast. Put them together. Yeah, Brothers of Destruction. While you're there, put the Powerpuff Girls in there too. Put Anton Deck in. Put the Choco Brothers in there. I'm talking about run it all. Put Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in there together, because you might as well. Put Starsky and Hutch in there too. Put Axel Foley in there. Get him any tag team from Beverly Hills. Maybe you can get like Carlton from Fresh Prince in there. While you're there, put Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff in there too as a tag team. Let's run that. Let's go get Johnny Knoxville and Wee Man. Put them in there too. Put Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in that match together as well, because they're gonna get back. They're gonna be a tag team again before we die, innit? We know that. So put them in there. Put Randy Orton and Matt Riddle in there. Let's run back Arcade. Let's run that back as well. TNA, the Colognes are on there. Remember the Colognes when they turned into the Shooting Stars, and the Colognes and the Primo and Epico, throw them in there too. Then we can put in Sin Cara and the real Sin Cara because they're two different people. Big up Morris. He said Phil and Grant. Grant's just gone back to Portugal. Phil's in a mental home, but when I watched these still earlier, he checked himself out. I heard he's on the way to Vegas, so put him in there too. Put Max and Stacey in there too. I'll have Max and Stacey in there as well. We'll have Grant. No, you said Grant already. We'll have Peggy. We'll have Peggy and Archie in there. We'll have Pat and Frank in there. We'll run that too. Yeah, Acolytes, APA, Acolyte Protection. We'll have them in there too. We'll have Legion of Doom, any version, because one of them passed away, so we'll just get another version, throw them in there too. We'll have the Ascension. Remember the Ascension with the face paint? We'll have them. We'll have the Vought villains in there too. Definitely. Rusev Day. Yeah, put them in there as well, Vought villains. And then put in, my name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Bill, because on AEW and his name's Big Bill now, not Big Cass. And he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Carmella, and she's holler as hell, and you can't teach that. Bada bing, rudest guys in the room, how you doing? Yeah, all of that. Put all of them in there, yeah? Put Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty in there too, because why not? Might as well, yeah? Put Chavo in there and the Spirit of Eddie in there. Ooh, Chavo! Viva la raza! Throw them in there too. We are the nation of domination. Throw them in there too. All of that, Mark Henry and all that. Put Mark Henry and Mae Young in there too, because why not? While you're there, put Loki and Thor in there as well. Put Spider-Man and Iron Man in there. Put Deadpool and Punisher in there. Put the Kingpin and the Goblin in there. Might as well. Put Thanos and Darkseid in there. Put Galactus and the Silver Surfer in there. Let's make this the all-time tag team. The biggest tag team of all time. You know, like that. Let's run it. Put Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman in there together, because why not? Mixed match challenge. And while you're there, put The Miz in there with Maurice and that. Awesome! Okay, Morris, I hear you now. La Resistance, throw them in there too. Put FBI in there. Full-blooded Italians, gotta get them in there. Get Eugene and William Regal in there, and maybe Tajiri and Funaki in there as well. We'll get that going. Nah, we'll put Taka Michinosuke in there with Funaki. You know them way there. So we're doing stuff, bro. We're doing stuff. Put Stacey Keebler and Tori Wilson in there too, because why not? We need to spice it up a little bit. We need legs in there. Let's get Dawn Marie in there and Christy. Just get them in there. Charlie Haas and Shatton, world's greatest tag team, and let's get Billy and Chuck in there. You look so good to me. Get Billy and Chuck in there and let Rico come out there as well. Deuce and Domino, 100%. Let's get the Mean Street Posse in there. Rodney and them, man, bruv. Let's get Shane and Vince in there. Yeah? Let's get Shane and Vince in there. Well, here comes the money. Here we go. Money. Here comes the money. While you're there, let's get CM Punk and AJ Lee in there. Tits and Ass. Tess and Albert and Trish Stratus. The thing we didn't know, Tits and Ass, that's what it meant. Let's run that. Bun up to Prince Albert's name, because we know what that means. And then when Prince Albert gets eliminated, we'll bring Tensai in, and then we'll put him with the Funkasaurus. Somebody call your mama. Then get Naomi and Homegirl in there as well. You get me? Get them in there. I'm here for it. Let's go all out, guys. Let's get Paul Bear's Spirit in there. Oh! Then we'll get the Brood in. Oh, T-Ray. Bing, 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 bing. Well, let's get the Brood in there too. Let's get Big Boss Man and Al Snow in there. And with the spirit of Pepper the dog, let's get that in there too. Let's get Naked Midian and Viscera to go together. Because why not? Yeah, Ministry of Darkness. Let's run that back too. Finley and Dave. We should want to get Finley and Hornswoggle, but we can do Dave Taylor. We can do that. And, my name is Finley, and I love to fight. Godfather and Papa Shango, I hear it. Bang, 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 bang. Ho! Usos. I hear it. And while you're there, we can have Karma in there as well. Let's get Rikishi. Scotty too hotty because Grandmaster Sex is dead. So we'll get them. RVD and Booker T goes well. Then, if Booker T gets relegated, he gets eliminated, we can put Harlem Heats in there. And if they lose, we can get Booker T and Goldust in there as well. And then if they lose, we'll get King Booker back in there. We'll put him with like Trick Williams. Then if they lose, we'll get Trick Williams and Carmelo back in there. See? We're running. We're here, bruv. Might as well get Dean Ambrose. Because, you get me, he can have a day off because Revolution's not the same day. Might as well get... Everybody's got money. Everybody's got a price. Get $1 Million Man in there and put him with Andre the Giant. All the way from Grenoble in the French Alps, Andre! And I know one thing, and the people are gonna know, Hogan, you are the ex-champion. I know. Hulkamania, over! Yeah, get him in there. How can I forget? Gotta get the excellence of execution in there, so we need R.I.P. Natty's dad and Brett in there. And probably shouldn't mention the other brother, you know what I mean, Carl? Yeah? You know, like that. Still got a job to do, still got QR codes and that. Don't really want to mention the Blue Blazer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Steve Blackman in there and Ken Shamrock. Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, I hear it. See, we're rolling. At the moment, I think we're up to about 57 tag teams. So if we can round it off at a good 60, I think, you know what I mean? 30 for the SmackDown title, 30 for the Raw top. They can all brawl. Might as well get the Bellas in there. Pull it in there because why not? You know, like that. Bream out. Might as well throw that in there too. Then we'll get Kane and Daniel Bryan in there. Yes! No! Yes! No! Run that in there. We'll get the Straight Edge Society. So we'll just go get Luke Gallows because it's somewhere. So we'll get Luke Gallows and CM Punk. We'll get Homegirl who shaved their hair off to go in there as well. We can run that back too, man. We're making moves, brother. And then we'll get Titus Worldwide. And we'll use that to Zawa. You know what I mean? DDP and Sting, I like it. Hulk Hogan and Edge, I like it. See, the Demon team are knowledgeable on this wrestling thing, bro. We're moving, bro. In fact, put DDP with Undertaker. And then they can really have a conversation about why DDP was breaking into Undertaker's house. You know, like that. And to top it off for the last tag team, we're going to get JBL. Because APA is already in there, but they're not going to win. We're going to get JBL, and we're going to put him with Muhammad Hassan. Because that is America in a nutshell. That is, oh my God. Can you imagine the promos? That's a beautiful thing, bruv. I think we've done it, guys. I think we've done it, man. I love this community, bro. Demon team, we went crazy on that one. 60 tag teams. Yeah, I'm here for it. And after all of that, the same tag teams are gonna win. But listen, we did our thing, bro. We did the best we can, you know, them way there. Obviously, love all you guys and that. But before we get out of here, do me a favor, and when I post these videos throughout the week, and I will do them, I'm not going to do the fake promise thing. I will post them throughout the week. So everything we just spoke about, I'll just go into a little bit more detail, and maybe fantasy book how I would do it myself, innit? But when I put these videos out, yeah, there's something we don't know about Orlando Jordan, but we don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? I was going to put the primetime players in there, but yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And, R.I.P. Shad and that as well, you know what I mean? And Basham, brother. Hey, Danny Basham and that. What about Shaniqua, bro? Bit racist, but we understand. But Shaniqua's mad. That was madness. But before I get out of here, when I do these videos throughout the week, just only favor I ask, if you like the video, like it. If you got wrestling people, you got people who are your friends and watch wrestling, just share the video in it. I ain't asking for much more, man. Don't be a bum, it's free. But aside from that, what day is it now? It's Wednesday, so yeah, it will be leading up to WrestleMania, so maybe I'll put a list of them together first, and then if there's like 10, then I'll do them every 2 days or something. I'll post them out, and you can have, I think they've got a new beta thing on YouTube now where you can speak in the community when the person's not there in it. So I don't know if you I've got it on your phone and that yet, but I had a meeting with YouTube 2 days ago. So when that's there, it's actually cold. So it means that like if I post something, instead of doing it in the comment section, we have to wait. You can actually have a whole conversation when I'm not there. So that'll be pretty dope as well. Create some Discord as well. But yeah, looking forward to that. But thanks for that, guys. It was dope. We did an hour and a half on that. It was fun still, you know, like that. Funny enough, the stream was that whole stream was better than Raw, innit? But you know how it goes. Love though.
Do I have your attention now? Behold, the new face of fear.